Audio Jungle. Good evening and welcome to your evening newscast from the British Broadcasting System. I'm your host, Mary, and tonight we will be covering the continuing bombing of the British cities and the response of our brave boys at the RAF. First, we will see our weather woman, Linda.
Thank you, Mary. We've seen recent bombings in Harrow, London, as well as Portsmouth and Liverpool, with hundreds dead and thousands wounded. You should expect a daylight attack on London this September 7th and many consecutive night bombings, because we unfortunately lack effective anti-aircraft artillery for darkness as a result of our strong focus on the Navy, since we're surrounded by water here, here, and here. Therefore, we have invented the tank, which will hopefully prove effective against the Germans, who have also unfortunately been competing with us by inventing the submarine. But no fear, the German Luftwaffe are failing to defeat Britain's Royal Air Force. However, the raids are not only causing tremendous damage, but many civilian casualties. Please wear your gas masks in case of deadly gas attacks with gases such as mustard or chlorine, previously used in World War I. Additionally, please make sure you know where to reach your nearest air raid shelter.
Remember, folks, support the British Fire Guard to help beat Firebomb Fritz. Now, we have a special guest, a war hero from the Great War and the mastermind behind the British defense.
Now very welcome our Chief Marshal, Hugh Caswell Trinity W.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, I understand that you fought in the Royal Flying Corps in World War I. How did your time in World War I compare with the Battle of Britain?
Well, in the Great War, aeroplanes were not quite so well developed, and bombers were not nearly as much of a threat because of their short range. Thus, aeronautical battles were mostly limited to the trenches and the skies above them. Until the Spanish Civil War, there really haven't been bombings of the range and scale that we're seeing now.
So, do you feel like the methods used by the Britons make this war more deadly than previously?
Most definitely. The Germans used the most brutal of weapons against us. It is truly a miracle that we've survived for so long.
How do you feel about the current state of the war?
I have stated previously that if an adequate fighter force is kept in this country, if the fleet remains in being, and if home forces are suitably organized to resist invasion, we should be able to carry on the war single-handed for a century forever. After all, we are fighting a purely defensive war, and it is up to the Nazis to break through our defenses.
What methods are being used to rid the air of Luftwaffe planes?
We have been promoting the development of radar, but don't tell the Germans that. Tell them our dear fighter boys are eating buttloads of carrots to make their eyes healthier. We've also been using our superior Spitfire and Hurricane aeroplanes to outmaneuver and outfly the Luftwaffe's slow and sluggish planes.
What are your predictions for the outcome of the Battle of Britain?
I think that as long as we keep our strong communications, radar surveillance, superior weapons and planes, and of course the efforts of my dear fighter boys, we will force the Nazis to retreat back to Germany and will be able to properly strike back.
And finally, what are your predictions for the next bombing?
Well, I've just received news that it will be right here in a few minutes, so I think I will take my leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Unfortunately, we have no sports news, since all of the young men of Britain have been sent off to fight. Instead, we have a short film showing the efforts of a young boy in an RAF plane fighting the Germans.